As far as power washing goes, you're looking to make $800 to $1,500 per day or $30,000 a month. By myself, as the owner, my best month was about $45,000. But now, since I have the help and everything, we're pushing now about $40,000 to $55,000 a month. So anybody coming into this, learn what fair market value is for your service, learn what you should be charging, and don't be afraid to charge it. Really value your service. You have a good service to offer. When I started my power washing business, I only had $3,000. I was working full-time in the military and delivering pizzas part-time. We had $3,000 in the bank account and we really needed that money. We were gonna be making a move. You know, we had one kid, a second on the way, and I spent $2,300 of it to get going in the pressure washing industry. All right, don't forget to click like and subscribe and go ahead and smash that notification bell. I decided to get into pressure washing because I was actually in the military at the time and it didn't make very much money. And one thing that I realized was that the wealthiest people that I knew in my life, none of them had college degrees and they all owned a business of some sort. I started to do some research on some, low overhead, low cost startup businesses and saw a guy, he said, I cleaned this driveway in this house. Took me 3 hours, I charged him $300 and I was like, I could do the math on that. This is what we call the water dragon. The water dragon, really all it is a large water broom. Now, what the water broom has been in the power washing industry for many, many years. However, the ones that you could buy that were this size were all low pressure. They had tiny wheels and they had these handles that were just not good for functionality and for, really power washing work. So over the last couple of years, we've been designing different ones and this is our 4th prototype. But right now, as we speak, we are designing a new handle that'll be a quick connect on there. This handle right here will be able to move closer to you or farther away from you. And it'll also be able to swing over to the other side for you weird right-handed people. So this allows us to clean and push at the same time. And there's a lot of applications for this where it saves us a lot of time on the job. We're hoping that it hits the market at about the same price as just a really high quality surface cleaner. A really challenging time that I had once with this business was renting some equipment from a friend. We had worked out a deal, I had helped him out with something, and so he told me I could rent some equipment of his, and instead of going through all the paperwork and signing everything like we normally would, we just kind of shook hands and I loaded up the equipment, went to do a job, and while I was finishing up that job, a ratchet strap broke that I had used to fasten it down to the truck. It snapped, and then a car hit it going 45 miles an hour. And I took it back to the guy, I said, I'm terribly sorry, hopefully insurance can cover it. And he said, it's not insured. I really wanted to quit after that, to be honest. In that moment, in that emotional moment, I didn't see a way out. I didn't see an end. We ended up purchasing that piece of equipment from him. Fortunately, we were able to repair it several $1,000s later. And then now that piece of equipment that I own makes us $15,000 to $25,000 a month. I would have to say that every situation, even a bad one, there's something better on the other side that comes out of it. We're just at a residential house here, and we've come back here. This will be our 3rd time coming back to this customer's house, and they want us to clean and power broom their turf. We got our water dragon device that'll help us clean it nice and evenly, get a nice deep clean on that, and we also have our power broom that was specifically made for turf. A lot of turf installers use this, and we use it to kick out all the debris, the dirt, the rocks, things like that that should not be in there that will wear out your turf much, much more quickly. I think the biggest thing to keep in mind with turf is that it's basically just outdoor carpet. You can't just go out there all willy-nilly and just full pressure on that thing. You really have to know what you're doing, and then in this scenario, in this case, we let the chemicals do all the heavy lifting for us. The one key thing that you need to have to be successful in the power washing business is good personable skills. You will not make it in this industry or really in any industry if you do not know how to talk to people, build good rapport with them very quickly. If you're scared talking to people, you will not be successful. in our first full year of pressure washing, we made $145,000 just off of word of mouth alone. Once you have a good business model, a good foundation, you just need to be able to duplicate that. That's when it'll surprise you. This is our truck. His name is Mr. Clean. He's a 2014 GMC Sierra. We've had him for about coming up on 3 years now. So right here in the back of the truck bed, this is pretty much what it looks like most of the time. We have a surface cleaner or two back here. And then right over here, we have some of the chemicals that we use when removing different stains or doing different types of cleaning. And right over here, it's called the decked system. Pretty much have everything that I would need to be able to fix or repair the equipment should it go down on the job. This right here is Sheila, named after the woman that we bought her from. She is primarily our turf cleaning rig or artificial grass cleaning rig. Right here, we just have our hose reels. And then if you come around right over here, you'll see our pressure washer that we have. This whole trailer and setup right here, including the cost of the trailer, is about $12,000 to $14,000. This trailer right here, his name is Pee Wee. He's a hot water pressure washer, so he will spit out hot water. Just a little water tank, you don't need anything special. And then we've got just our hose reels here in the back. A trailer like Pee Wee, you're looking at about $7,000. Well, let me show you guys my media blasting trailer here. On this rig, we just have all of our hoses. This thing right here is 185 CFM diesel powered air compressor. Here we have our actual blasting pot. And this is a crane that we have that we set up on here. This trailer right here, with everything that you see on it, would cost about $85,000. If there is one other thing that I could tell people, and it's really just this concept of failure, you're going to fail. You are going to make mistakes. You are not going to be able to please everyone. You are going to be embarrassed. You are going to be in uncomfortable situations. Okay, now that you know that, you just be willing to go out and make those mistakes. Every single mistake that you make, you learn from it and you just move forward, you move on. From the greatest risk comes the greatest reward. The biggest risk and the worst moments that I felt have been through starting this business, but also the best things, the best times, the money, the time now that I have with my family. I cannot put a price on that, and it was worth every mistake, every bad thing that I went through. It has been worth that.